Sancho wants to join. And what that's led to now is Besiktas fans taking to social media to try to convince Jadon Sancho to join the club. They've left more than 5 million comments under his most recent Instagram post. Now, Besiktas are managed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who brought Jadon Sancho to Manchester United from Borussia Dortmund for around £72 million back in 2021. Borussia Dortmund remain interested in signing him once again, but there's no agreement there. There are a number of clubs in Italy and Saudi Arabia who are monitoring the situation, but United would love to do a permanent deal for Sancho, though the possibility of a loan with an obligation to buy, that can't be ruled out at this stage.
Rob, do you think a move to play under his old manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, would be a good one for him at this stage? Or do you think he might be thinking, well, maybe I've got something to offer, with no offence, of course, to Besiktas or the Turkish league, but maybe one of the stronger leagues in Europe, Italian league or Spanish league or German league?
Listen, I think the Turkish league is very strong, very competitive. But if I'm in Jadon Sancho's shoes, for me, I think it's a summer that you've got to really analyse and take a look inwards. Where am I right now with my career? Have I progressed? Did I progress going out on loan at Chelsea? I think he's going to have to give up and sacrifice a little bit, maybe contract-wise, but he needs to get out of Manchester United, that's for sure. But I think he needs to have a look and think, now I need to go somewhere where I need to play. It's a World Cup year. He's got the potential. He's a very good player. He's got so much ability. Now it's about picking the right club. Go and have the discussions, but go to a place where you're going to play. Is somewhere like Borussia Dortmund, where clearly he loves and he enjoys and he's played well. You've got to have a look at the options that puts you in the best position as a football player.
Right, we've got some significant... Is this as messy or not quite at that level?
There are real similarities with what's occurring with both players right now, because they're both not training with the first team. They're not going to be part of the squad for the first game of the season for Brentford and for Newcastle when it comes to Alexander Isak. I think there's been frustration on all parts that things have taken so long, and heading into the start of the season, neither Newcastle or Brentford fans can look forward to the first game of the season with their main striker being in position. They're going to have to find solutions. Newcastle don't have a recognised senior striker to play this weekend against Aston Villa, which is incredible considering there was so much optimism heading into this season off the back of getting back in the Champions League. Well, it's going to be Anthony Gordon or maybe the youngster William Asula playing up front in their first game of the season. This should not be the case. And for Brentford, it's been such a challenging pre-season as well, losing their manager, losing Brian Mbeumo, which took a long period of time, a very protracted saga that was. So I don't think much is going to change over the course of the next few days unless clubs start finding replacements. Brentford need to find a replacement for Wissa before they're confident and happy to let him go. At the same time, they want to sign Dango Ouattara from Bournemouth, but Bournemouth need a replacement for him. So I think once these squads get the replacement in line, things can move very quickly. But we were sat here last week, and nothing really has moved when it comes to Johan Wissa. And at the same time, relations obviously get worse and worse because you've got a star player, not training with the first team, not part of the first team pitch at a time where Brentford need all the good players they can get.
Yeah, I mean, look, Rob, Brentford have done this before, right? They are good at replacing their top players. They sell them and they replace them. But this time around, how worried are you for them?
I think it's a real big concern. Thomas Frank left, of course. It's been just a constant, just a great kind of person to have around and managing everything in the right way. Players coming in, going. They've done it excellently over the last few years. This is a new Brentford. Unfortunately, your best player, Mbeumo, gone. Wissa, not training with the first team. I worry for him because they're clearly trying to find a replacement first. And that's where normally they've done it quicker before. They already got a replacement coming in, so they can say, do you know what, this is the value for this person. He goes, no problem, he steps in. But Wissa, let's not forget, this guy scored 20 goals last season. Yeah. So he'll be a great addition for anybody. I saw even the likes of Forest kind of looking at him. So I think he's a top player. I think he's a great striker to have. I think he's one undervalued still. So I'll be very surprised if he's still there once the transfer window closes.
Newcastle are still keen to get him in. They're also keen on Jacob Ramsey, is what we're hearing. Do you think that would be a good fit for Newcastle?
Yeah, he just seems. I like him. He's still kind of got so much to give. I feel like his potential is still,
Not reached.
Yeah, not reached. I think he's one that can just add to a team. He can score goals. He's very creative. He's brilliant at just arriving in the right timing in the box. I think he fits Newcastle. I think he's that type of player. I think it'd be a great signing if he goes to Newcastle. I think definitely he's one that I would love to have in my team, and I think that's how they look at it. And Champions League, Ramsey in, I think it's a great combination.
The transfer window is exploding with drama, and at the heart of it all, Manchester United are plotting a record-breaking £100 million swoop for Brighton's Cameroonian sensation, Carlos Baleba. The 21-year-old midfield powerhouse could smash Paul Pogba's all-time United transfer record and become the most expensive African player in history. Negotiations are heating up fast, with United desperate to seal the deal before Europe's biggest clubs join the race. But while United focus on Baleba, Chelsea are circling like sharks, and their target is none other than United's electric winger Alejandro Garnacho. The 20-year-old has become Old Trafford's golden boy, thrilling fans with fearless dribbles, blistering pace, and the confidence to take on any defender in the Premier League. United value him at £50 million, but Chelsea believe they can snatch him for less. United's new boss Ruben Amorim is standing firm: no cut price exits, especially late in the window. His message is crystal clear: if you want Garnacho, you pay the price, or walk away. But with the clock ticking, will Chelsea gamble big or back down? This is more than a transfer story. It's a battle of pride, power, and ambition. If United land Baleba, they send a statement to the world. If Chelsea steal Garnacho, it would be one of the biggest transfer coups in years. One thing's certain: the final days of this transfer window will be pure chaos. Will history be made at Old Trafford? Or will Stamford Bridge be celebrating the ultimate smash and grab?